Hello everyone, it's the MoeChicken, and we are back for more Snowboard Kids 2. I got Wendy this time with her big old Coke bottle glasses and her giant freaking nose. There's a lot of cute things that about the various characters in this game that I'll get to in a second. But first, today we are going to be going to Starlight Highway. Now this is one of the coolest races in the entire game, in my opinion. But first, the cutscene, Space Tour. That's right. We're going to space, and guess who's going to get us there? Of course, it's Wendy. As I said, she's the cause of most of the trouble in the game, but she's also the cause of most of the awesome stuff that happens in the game, like having a UFO. And everyone else is like, oh wow, that's cool, neat. And she's like, get on! I got a tractor beam, y'all! Yeah! Prepare to get abducted! Seriously, this is played so straight, it's like it's not even a big deal that they're going into space. And Damien's like, wow, that's amazing! I'm gonna go to space too! So I guess they just didn't notice when he got on? I'm pretty sure that, like, nobody really notices Damien except maybe Nancy. I think she, as I said before, I think she's the only person who ever notices. Anyway, we are now in space! We all have cool, like, space jumpsuits and everything. This is, while it's a very difficult level, it's one of, like, the coolest levels in the game. Not only for the, for just the concept that you're snowboarding through space, but also, like, the music is crazy awesome in this particular level. The downside is that it's a tough level. You know, I said that the jungle level will start where it starts to get hard. It's definitely gotten hard by this point. There are a lot of really tricky bits here, so I didn't make it far enough because I had a ghost. There are a lot of really tricky bits in this particular area, or in this particular level, and I'm gonna do my best to get through them. I'm using Wendy, as I mentioned before, because, you know, I want you guys to be able to see other characters. But Wendy is a trick type, just like Nancy, which means that she has the slowest top speed, or she has among the slowest top speed. She actually may have the slowest top speed. I'm not 100% sure if the three pairs, you know, the trick types and the great. Oh, maybe I'm safe. Land. I didn't buy myself very much time with the with, oh jeez. Oh, yep. Kid gloves are off. The game's like, oh, what's that? You're not an expert at this game yet? Well, too bad. So you're gonna be expected to be. Anyway, I'm not actually sure if the three, or like the pairs all act the same. Like, I think Tommy is actually slightly faster than Linda. I think Tommy is actually the fastest character in the game, despite the fact that they're both speed types. But I know that Wendy's pretty slow. I actually, oh, can I steal it from him? I'll steal it. Yes! Take that, Tommy! You can just stay there and wait. I showed up second, but I still got the teleporter. But yeah, I know that Wendy is very slow. I just, as sort of a little warm-up before this particular set of recording, I decided that I would go through and do some of the sort of mini-games again, just to kind of get myself ready to go. And I tried Wendy, and boy, it was not as easy as it was with Jam, I'll tell you that much. She's just, I guess the type differences really matter more than I ever realized. But, because I pretty much just use Jam. I like Jam. Jam works really well. So I'm very used to using him, and not really that used to using anybody else, so yeah, we'll see how this goes. My first lap wasn't great, but my second one's shaping up pretty well. But yeah, this level, I don't know, this level reminds me a lot, for some reason. Maybe it's just that it's sort of a darker palette in general, or what, but there was a level in Snowboard Kids 1 that I think was called, like, oh, crap. Didn't mean to do that last trick. I think it was called, like, Night Highway, maybe? And it was probably my, oh, that is terrible for her. Yeah, well, you reap what you sow, Nancy. Anyway, there was a level called, Night Highway, I believe. It was a, you were sort of, like, racing down a sort of snowy, highway at night. And, it was just really cool. Like, you know, one of the things about the N64 is that they did all kinds of crazy stuff with, like, lighting. Like, you know, everyone was so excited about the idea of, you know, we can have lighting in games because we have 3D games. And so a lot of games have like really like garish, like crazy colors all over the place. Like one in particular that stands out to me is like the original GoldenEye. Some of the multiplayer areas just look terrible when you go back and look at them. Because like the lighting is insane. They're just like magenta on the walls and like yellow and blue and all kinds of crazy colors, which I guess they're supposed to replicate the idea that there's a variety of lighting sources and sort of a secret base. But now a game that actually did it really well, that I may actually play later on the channel, is Space Station Silicon Valley, but we'll get to that later. Anyway, so Night Highway was an example of that N64, let's put all the crazy colors we can on the screen. So you have like, it was like pink and red and blue in all kinds of weird ways, and it was just a neat level. And I think this level kind of reminds me of that, because it's the same sort of, you know, you're in space, you're not on a highway, but, you know, it's kind of going down a dark, strange sort of environment, and I don't know. I don't know if the two are really related. It's just kind of related in my mind. Come on. I'm so close. I don't want to get third lapped again. Come on, Wendy. You can do it. I know you brought us all out here, but make sure you win the race, too. I think I can do it. Nothing really bad happens. There's the exit. Go, Wendy, go. And yes, we made it. All right. I have saved space by snowboarding. And I love her victory dance. She's just like, me. She's just like raising her hands over her head in triumph. Yeah. Glorious me. I made all of this possible. And Damien's still in space. He's looking for all the kids. And he's like, where did they go? What, ho? I think that was my ride. Oh, no! I'm trapped in space. What do I do? No! And as always, Damien's life is pain. I mentioned before he's not very good at his job. He's still not. Oh, Tommy is choking. Oh, no!